Welcome to competency-based assessment training. Today, we are looking at the Kenya National Qualification Levels. My name is Jean Stella Fundi. Let's look at the Kenya National Qualification Framework, the components and the design. The Kenya National Qualification structure refers to a learning outcome-based framework that encompasses all sectors of education and training, including the formal, non-formal, and informal learning. The progression pathways has a structured route or trajectory that individuals can follow to advance through different levels of education, training, or career development. So let's look at these pathways. So we have the levels from level 1 all the way to level 10. So Kenya National Qualification Framework level 1 has primary certificate. Entry requirement is a birth certificate. And at this stage, the period of study is 6 years. Level 2 has secondary certificate or the National Vocational Certificate or Grade Test 3 or National Skills Certificate Level 3. And at this stage, the entry requirement is Level 1 qualification, and this has 6 years of training. Level 3 has National Vocational Certificate Level Grade 2. And at this point, the entry level is KCPE with a mean grade of E, and the period of training is 3 months. We have level 4, which is artisan certificate. Entry requirement is KCSE mean grade E or level 3 qualification with 6 months of training. Level 5 has craft certificate with a KCSE mean grade of D with 1 year period of training. Level 6 is a national diploma with a mean grade entry of C minus, 2 years training. Level 7 has a degree, bachelor's degree or CPA 3. Minimum entry CSE mean grade C plus, 4 years of training. Level 8 has postgraduate diploma or a professional master's craft person or a professional bachelor's degree, and entry level is Level 7 qualification with 1 year training. Level 9 is master's degree. Entry level is level 7 qualification, 2 years of training. And finally, we have level 10, which is a doctorate degree. Entry level is level 9 with 3 years of training. So this diagram also is able to show us the progression pathway. For example, you can take the technical route or you can take the academic route. And even at the academic route, we can see there are different ways of progressing from one level to another as you progress from level 1 all the way to level 10. So if you follow the primary education route, if that is the starting point, from there you can proceed to secondary school. And from secondary, there are those that are admitted directly into the university. They do a bachelor's. They can proceed to a postgraduate diploma, to a master's, to a degree. We also have the National Vocational Certificate, progressing to artisan craft person diploma, and from diploma you can proceed to bachelor's, and then from bachelor's you can proceed to do a master's and then to doctorate. Or you can take the professional master craft person route, as you can see how you are advancing from government trade test 3, proceeding to government trade test 2, 1, master craftsman 3, master craftsman 2, and then master craftsman person 1. And finally, you become a professional master craft person. So these are pathways that one can progress through the framework. So the National Qualification Framework is a learning outcome-based framework which is structured around learning outcomes, meaning that it focuses on what a trainee is expected to know, understand, and demonstrate after completing a qualification, regardless of the path they take to acquire the skills or knowledge. The framework emphasizes learning outcomes rather than solely depending on inputs like time spent on training or education. Learning outcomes are the skills, knowledge, and competencies that a learner is expected to demonstrate upon completing a course, training, or a qualification. It moves beyond traditional methods that focus on content or duration of learning to a more holistic approach that looks at the trainee's final achievement. So let's move on to the level descriptors, which provide a structured outline of what trainees or graduates at each qualification should demonstrate in terms of knowledge, skills, and competence. They range from 1 to 10 and progressively details the depth, complexity, and autonomy expected from the individual at each particular level. So level 1, we have primary certificate. At this stage, the trainee is expected to demonstrate application of knowledge and skills in contexts that may include preparation for further learning, live activities, or a variety of initial routine and predictable work-related activities, including participation in a team or group. Level 2 is secondary certificate, NSC Level 3, Government Trade Test 3, that is equivalent, or the National Vocational Certificate, that is pre-vocational training. At this level, the trainee is expected to demonstrate application of knowledge and skills with limited autonomy and judgment to complete routine but variable tasks in collaboration with others in a team environment. Level 3, the qualification is National Skills Certificate 2, Government Trade Test 2, or National Vocational Certificate 2. At this level, the trainee is expected to demonstrate application of knowledge and skills with initiative and judgment to organize the work of self and others and plan, coordinate, and evaluate the work of teams within broad but generally well-defined parameters. Level 4, the qualification is Artisan Certificate or National Vocational Certificate 3 or Government Trade Test 1. At this level, the trainee is expected to demonstrate application of knowledge and skills with initiative and judgment to organize the work of self and others and plan, coordinate, and evaluate the work of teams within broad but generally well-defined parameters. At level 5, the qualification is National Craft Certificate or National Vocational Certificate 4 or Master Craftsperson 3 or CPA 1. At this level, a trainee is expected to demonstrate application of knowledge skills with initiative and judgment to organize the work of self and others, plan, coordinate, and evaluate the work of teams within broad but generally well-defined parameters. Level 6, here we have National Diploma or a Master Craftsperson 2 or a Professional Diploma. In this level, the trainee is expected to demonstrate application of knowledge skills and across a broad range of technical and managerial functions with accountability for personal outputs and personal and team outcomes within broad parameters. Level 7, here we have the bachelor's degree or management professional or a master craftsperson 1. And at this level, the candidate is expected to demonstrate application of knowledge and skills to plan, execute project work or piece of research and scholarship with some independence. Level 8 has postgraduate diploma or a professional bachelor's degree or a professional master crafts person. The candidate is expected to demonstrate application of knowledge and skills in taking responsibility and accountability for personal outputs and all aspects of the work or function or others within broad parameters. Then level 9, the qualification is master's degree. The candidate is expected to demonstrate the application of knowledge and skills and capacity to plan and execute a substantial research-based project, capstone experience, or piece of scholarship. Finally, level 10, here we have the doctorate degree, and at this level, the candidate is expected to demonstrate application of knowledge and skills and capacity to generate new knowledge in the context of professional practice. So those are the 10 levels of the Kenya National Qualification level, and at each level we have been able to see what expectations the candidate is expected to demonstrate, and we have been able to see how one can be able to progress from one level to another. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for next presentation.